swing is the best exercise that you can do to pattern the important hip hinge that you see in all athletic movements. It builds up explosive power, and if you do that, it's also going to condition your body in a way that no other exercise could. So I'm going to show you how to do it with great form so that you can get maximum benefit and stay safe. Now the kettlebell swing is going to really support you in your explosive power when you jump. So if you do an exercise like a broad jump, and I'm just going to demonstrate here, you'll see that I will hinge back into my hips and explode forward and land, and I come back down into that hip hinge. And that's exactly what your body's doing repetitively when you do a kettlebell swing, but it's without the pounding on your joints. So when you do the kettlebell swing, I want you to think about getting that same explosive power through your hips to be able to do a broad jump. More specifically, when you do the jump in this position, you want to think about being as tall as you can at the end of the position so your body is completely straight, your rib cage are stacked right on top of your hips. So to practice that, what I'm going to have you do, just to get the feeling, I want you to raise your arms up over your head, you're going to snap down, and then I want you to jump and land, okay? And then you're going to stand up. Now this time I want you to snap down and jump, but don't let your heels leave the ground. Again, snap down, jump, but don't let your heels leave the ground. And that's, again, essentially what you want to feel every time in that swing motion. Get a little pop in your hips, a little jitter in your body, and that's where that energy is going to really be able to transfer into your jump. We're going to start with the basic setup for the kettlebell swing. Now, to position yourself, you're going to be arm's distance away from the kettlebell before you start to swing it. So I position myself here, and then I'm going to have my feet pointed straight, maybe slightly turned out, which is totally fine. Everyone's body's differently, so some people can have their feet a little bit more turned out than others. I like to have mine a little bit more straight, but that's up to you. But you really want to be in a position that you feel the most explosive, as if you were to do a jump. Now from here, you're going to hinge down at the hips, you're going to reach out for that kettlebell, grab it with both hands, and then you're going to externally rotate your arms, and that's going to help to activate your lats. So we want to get those lats engaged because they help to stabilize your spine as you're doing this movement. From here, I'm going to explode this kettlebell between my legs, and I'm going to stand up tall as fast as I can. So here's how it's going to look. Back between the legs and set it down. So just practice that once, just so you get the feeling of exploding. The important thing is that initial explosion through your legs, because that creates an elastic component, a stretch reflex that allows you to slingshot up and get the most power. So start off, set the tone with a strong hike through your legs, and then stand up as quick as you can, as tall as you can. And now we're going to do that in a repetitive motion. So again, from here, I'm tipping that kettlebell, externally rotating the arms so those lats are engaged. I'm going to pull strongly between my legs, hike it up, snap down, snap, snap. So you're going to inhale down, exhale up. And then set it down soft. Now there's some finer points to the kettlebell swing that I want to show you right now that will help to reduce any sort of stress on your low back, and as well as going to help to give you a little bit more of the patterning effect that's going to mimic the jump. So watch as I swing this kettlebell. When I come down, you're going to notice that kettlebell does not drop below my knees. So that's really important to repeat over and over again. So I hike it strong, up, and I repeat that. And that's going to really help to load my glutes instead of my low back in the movement. Now another thing I want you to notice is as I come up, there's a momentary float. The kettlebell kind of floats right there at the top, and you want to get that little moment of pause each and every time. Don't rush the movement. I want you to get full extension, feel that, and then get some overspeed with your arms coming down. Another tip to enhance the patterning of the hip hinge is to use your body correctly to work together in the swing. So as I come up, I'm staying active in my hips. I'm pushing my hips forward, and when the kettlebell's up top, I'm driving it down. So I'm active with my hips up, and I'm active with my arms coming down. And if you just repeat that over and over again, that's going to really help to pattern that technique and then it's not going to really matter what weight you use. You can keep going up as long as you maintain that important form and technique. In closing, I want you to think about using the kettlebell swing to enhance your power and speed. So this movement is meant to be explosive, not at a slow speed at any time. And use your breath, use your breathing to help to enhance and bring out that power inside of you. So when you are exploding up, I want you to forcefully exhale and then inhale on the way down, and just keep that repeated pattern. Take it 1 rep at a time, and that's how you're going to really maximize every single swing.